As well as being here on YouTube, I also work in retail. And at work, in the fitting rooms, I have a lot of customers who struggle with properly executing the half tuck. So in today's video, I wanted to give you a really quick demonstration of how to properly do the half tuck with a few different tops. And if you have never half tucked before and you're not really interested in it, before you click away, let me just explain to you what it is that the half tuck actually does. The half tuck does two main things. It tricks your eye into making your legs look longer, and it also gives your body shape more of a waistline. The half tuck is the most simple styling trick to flatter your body. Okay, so let's begin. So I'm just going to start off with this plain long sleeve t-shirt, and then I'm going to show you a few other top examples. So what I like to do is grab just off center, so not there, just off to the left a little bit. I grab a good chunk of it, open up my jeans and tuck it in. Now I could leave it like this, but it just looks a little messy. This is where a lot of people stop and they don't go any further than this. This is what I see in the change rooms. You need a little bit of work after this first step. So if you tuck in a lot, you can then have a lot to pull out. So I like to tuck in a big chunk and then pull out as I go, and just pull out from the middle and let those side bits hang over. And there we go. It's so clean. You're not seeing any of those little bits on the side. What this does is it gives me a waistline. It elongates my legs a little bit. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but it does all these things to trick the eye. Also, sometimes you might not get it on your first go. You might mess it up. So you can just retuck it, tuck it in again, and start playing again. So next up, I'm just going to half tuck this jumper. Jumpers can sometimes be a little harder because they're a bit thicker, so you do have to play around with making them look good. So I start off by grabbing just off center. I like to go a little bit to the left and tuck that in. Now if I left it like this, once again, we're looking really messy. So I'm just going to pull it out a tiny bit and just let these side edges fold over. Because this one has that ribbing there, I could go a little deeper, I think, with this. So I'm just gonna give it another tuck, really get it in there. Doesn't matter how much you tuck in because you can always just pull out and play around with it. This is not how we're gonna leave it. This would look shocking. And then we pull out and just play around. A little bit more. So I think that's where I would like it to sit. Now this is just so much more flattering than letting it hang over my trousers there. Being able to just see the top of this waistline here gives me a waistline, gives me that shape, and just elongates my legs even longer. Okay, so I wanted to show you an example with quite a chunky jumper and a very thin silky skirt. Because this has an elastic and goes a bit tighter around the bottom, I would never wear it just like this. It's just not very flattering to me, and it's a bit unpolished. This one's gonna be a little bit messy, but it's gonna be okay. It's gonna look okay. So rather than grabbing the middle, I'll show you what the middle would look like. That would just be it's not great. I'm gonna grab just off the center again, and then I'm just gonna let it fall. This bit you're gonna be able to see still, but it's okay. It's a lot nicer shape like this, a lot more elegant. It's given me my waistline back rather than a sloppy jumper on top. So the last example I want to give you is with a shirt. When half tucking a shirt, you want to make sure all of your buttons are done up. Otherwise, if you tuck it in when some of your buttons aren't done up, you're going to get this weird, awkward little gap where you haven't done up your buttons. So first things first, do up all your buttons. And then do your tuck. Now we don't leave it like this. We're just gonna pull it out a bit and let it sit nicely over the top of my jeans. The other option you have with shirts is to actually purposely undo that first button and just tuck one side of the shirt in and let the other side hang out. Now that is a true half tuck. If you're doing it this way, you want to make sure you're tucking in the side that has the buttons attached to it, and the untucked part is where the holes are. If you did enjoy today's video, you might like to see more of my fashion styling videos and lookbooks by clicking up on the screen over here, or you can go follow me over on Instagram at Emily Elizabeth May. Thank you so much for being here today, and I'll see you in the next one.